This article, Totri, about the Sun Devils being stacked with NFL draft talent came at the perfect time. Do you know why?
Tell me.
Because you finally learned how to pronounce Maxi Hanachore's name.
Facts. Happy Friday and welcome into the PHNX Sun Devils show. Coming to you live from Studio K, presented by Circle K. Make sure you join Inner Circle for free by downloading the Circle K app today. Terms and conditions apply at participating locations. Visit CircleK.com for details. I am Tostradamus, joined as always by my passenger princess
before the show.
Erik Ruby. And then we got an amped deli man behind the Mac today, making all the magic happen. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, drop a 5-star review wherever you get your podcast. McKay Miller in the chat. Favorite time of the day. Apparently it's Shane's favorite time of the day as well. A ton to get into during today's show. Are you good, or
it's Friday?
What's going on, dude?
You're just
Friday
to get up to Camp T tomorrow?
Camp T is tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. I mean, technically it's been all week.
Well, the scrimmage is tomorrow.
The scrimmage is tomorrow.
It doesn't start until we get there.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
I'm suiting up.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Did Kenny tell you where you're lining up?
No, not football.
You're just
You're gonna
down.
wear a suit.
I'm wearing
tomorrow.
a suit,
Iron
swimsuit.
Man
Going in the river.
Shane is one of one. I hope everybody knows that. If you guys are up at Camp T tomorrow, say what's up. We will be there for the entirety of
Or say
the
something nasty.
scrimmage. Or I mean, yeah, if you wanna start throwing tomatoes at Rubus, by all means, you can go ahead and
Can't hit me.
you could do that. Well,
I challenge you.
now it's a challenge.
Bring a tomato. Throw it at me. See what happens.
Do the people have full?
Yeah.
Like the full clearance.
Yeah, you can throw a tomato. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't
And you
worry.
won't
I'm sicking Graham Rossini on you when
Yeah.
you do it, but you can do it.
Well,
Sicking
You just have
gravity.
to deal with the consequences.
But you said it was okay.
Yeah, you said it was okay.
It's okay.
So
You can do it, but there will be consequences.
What are the consequences?
Either I'm grabbing the tomato and throwing it back at you, or I'm gonna start crying really loud and causing a scene.
So don't
I
throw a
think you
tomato.
still lose on that one. I think
I don't care.
I think if somebody
Could you
hits
imagine
you
if I
with
got
a
hit in the face
tomato,
with a tomato, I just started crying in front of everybody?
I think that might be your last day on this show.
That'd be awesome.
I mean, that'd be pretty great.
Yeah, I mean that would certainly be.
We got Jordan
something.
Ham doing a stand-up. Like everything was great at Camp T until
Yeah,
tomatoes
Cuts
went
into
flying.
B-roll.
Till Tomato Boy.
Until Tomato Boy.
Ben says that could be practice. See if Sam can hit Erik.
No,
with a tomato.
not Sam Leavitt.
Supplemental
No,
content.
No football players are allowed to do it.
Oh, come on.
Wow,
dude.
that's
Can you
actually
imagine getting
so
hit in the
soft.
face with a tomato thrown by Sam Leavitt?
That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
We
I
should
mean,
do
that
that.
would-
you
might
might
be the
break an
highlight of
orbital
your life.
You might break an orbital bone.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean it depends from how.
I would
far.
volunteer as tribute.
To let Sam Leavitt hurl a tomato at your
I'd
face?
let-
For content,
Loki-
absolutely.
okay, why the face? Wait, we don't need to go for the face.
Okay, if it's like somewhere else, then that's fine. But
Yeah.
like the face, like he
Well,
might
no.
break like your orbital bone if he throws a tomato.
5 tomatoes. You are running back and forth, dodging it like dodgeball. How many is he hitting you with?
Ooh,
Honestly, none.
You're 20 yards away.
He's not hitting
20
me
yards
at all. He's not
away
hitting
with
me
it.
at all.
Yeah, I don't know if
He's not hitting me at all.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, you're 10 yards. You're 10 yards
move.
away.
10 yards away. Yeah, he'll probably hit me with 3 of those. Maybe all 5 because
Well,
he hit
you-
me with.
He's still not hitting me.
No, that's not true.
10
Really?
yards away. I'm moving. He's not hitting me. He's not hitting me.
We're clipping this.
Yeah. Sam, this is your challenge.
Throw it to.
Do we have to bring tomatoes tomorrow?
This is the first. We have Lee Corso in the chat.
Oh, wow.
Talking about Happy Gilmore. So, yeah, sure. Why not? Let's go ahead, dive into the meat and potatoes of today's show. That sound good with you, Rubens?
Yeah.
The meat and tomatoes.
Lee,
the meat and
the
tomatoes.
idea of Lee Corso knowing how to be in a YouTube chat is making me chuckle.
And just not talking about anything that we're discussing
which
right
would
now?
be very Lee
No,
Corso.
it would
to be honest
absolutely
with
be
you.
very, very Lee Corso. But I want to talk about the ESPN list that dropped at about 5 o'clock this morning that hit my
You
Twitter
had noties
feed.
on?
I did have noties on. Saw it, and it said 12 colleges stacked with NFL draft talent. And before I could see who was on the list, it had mentioned Texas and Penn State.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay, there's a chance, right? There's got to be a chance that Arizona State is on this list. And I'm scrolling and I get to about the 10th, 11th team. And sure enough, your Arizona State Sun Devils are one of the top 12 programs that ESPN has with NFL prospects for this 2025 college football season and the 2026 NFL draft. Of course, you've got the notable guys that everybody talks about, right? The Jordyn Tysons of the world, the Sam Leavitts, the Xavion Alfords. But there are some dudes on this list that haven't necessarily been talked about as NFL draft prospects, which putting two and two together, this explains why there are so many NFL scouts out at ASU practice.
Well, actually, I think it's interesting because when you talk about like these big names or whatever, actually this article specifically is not as high, right? Like only first rounder that they have listed is Jordyn Tyson, right? And we both agree that Sam Leavitt could and could definitely be on that list and probably should be at the end of the year.
It does say Leavitt's sample size is too small, but multiple scouts believe he could be a candidate who catapults up draft boards.
Xavion Alford. I believe they had him as a day 3 selection.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy.
Which is kind of nuts. I mean, but they talk about Keith Abney being a potential day 2 pick.
Yeah.
Right? And I think Keith is somebody who needs to, be getting a lot more recognition going into the season.
This is the first time I've seen people wake up from their Keith Abney nap.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a long slumber.
Well, yeah, it's not even a nap. It's a hibernation.
Yeah.
They'll learn this year. I mean, CJ Fight, who, we are pretty high on, they have him as a late round grade. Like Keyshawn, like there's a lot of
really
names.
high on
Fight's NFL potential.
I'm high on Fight for sure. Like I think he's gonna have a great year. I think he's an NFL caliber player. You are in the camp of like potential first round.
No, I said like potential for as in like if literally he has the best possible season for him, I think he has all the tools and the traits to have scouts fall in love with him. Right. I would not, if you asked me right now if he was going to be a first round pick, I would tell you.
I think he's probably, I think he's got all the tools to do it. I think realistically, your best scenario for an interior defensive lineman at Arizona State is probably a late second round pick as like best. But again, that's still somebody getting drafted on night 2 of the NFL draft, which says a lot. Again, one predicted first rounder for the 2026 NFL draft, that is Jordyn Tyson. 10 total though.
Yeah.
Which is pretty ridiculous. Just to list them all out here. You do have Jordyn Tyson. You've got Sam Leavitt. The article mentions Kanye Udo. Udo does technically still have eligibility if he wants to return to Arizona State.
Does Sam Leavitt.
Brings up Kyle Scott, Josh Atkins, and Ben Coleman. CJ Fight, Clayton Smith, Prince Dorba, Keyshawn Elliott, Jordan Crook, Keith Abney, Xavion Alford, and Miles Rouser. Those are all the Sun Devils listed in this article. Some with late day 3, grades on them. But I mean, just to have all these guys on here, I think speaks volumes about the potential for them to have, maybe go higher in the draft.
Well,
right?
and that's the thing.
Ahanachor is also on this list.
Yeah,
as well.
Ahanachor is probably the biggest surprise for me. When it said sleeper prospect to watch, I wasn't really expecting him to be listed there. I'm not that he doesn't deserve it. But here's the thing. These are all the names that are listed before this team plays.
Correct.
Right? If they go out and yesterday, what some are calling the glaziest episode in PHNX history, if they go out and do what
in the company history,
wow, some are calling it that. If they go out and do 90% of what we talked about yesterday, all these names that are already on there, they're all bumping up. They're all bumping up. Sam's a first round pick. Tyson's a top 10 pick. Like every single one of these names is going to bump up because they're going to outplay what they did before.
Yeah.
Right. So the fact that this is a preseason watch list, that's impressive. But it also goes to show, like, it's funny. I always bring up conversations I have with Damon because he's just a very funny guy to talk of just ASU with, because he's
just a goofball.
He's just such like a nemesis, right? And he always talks about like expectations. Like what if the team disappoints? Like this is add another thing into the category of like there are no excuses for Arizona State this year.
Absolutely not.
Right? Like we talk about the schedule, we talk about continuity, we talk about the coaches. Now it's not just college talent, right? We're talking about NFL talent. We're talking one of the premier schools for NFL talent in the country.
Mm-hmm. Top 10.
Coaches poll, top 11, right? Like there's no hiding. There's no excuses. This team needs to be dominant. This team needs to come out of the gates ripping, and they need to be the best team in the Big 12. Like those are the absolute expectations.
In terms of other programs on this list and where they compare to Arizona State. So again, Arizona State with 10 predicted draft picks. The programs with more include Penn State with 13, Clemson with 12, Oregon with 12, Texas with 12, Alabama with 11, Georgia with 11, Notre Dame with 11, Ohio State, the same as Arizona State with 10, and LSU with 11. The teams behind Arizona State include Texas Tech with 9 and Indiana with, it doesn't say.
They're just an under-the-radar school.
An under-the-radar school.
Lee Corso in the chat. Again,
who we're choosing to be.
He is absolutely
the real Lee Corso.
Okay. Without a doubt. He's probably having dinner right now. Lee Corso says, I heard yesterday that Bruce Feldman thinks that Arch Manning will stay in college at Texas after this year. What does that do for Sam?
I mean, look, I think we've had this conversation in the summer that if Sam has if Sam blows it up, if Sam wins the Heisman Trophy, he's going to the NFL. Like that should be the logical move for him, because you never know what happens. You know, if that's the highest you're going to be, which again, you win the Heisman Trophy, that is likely the highest you are going to be. You are going to be a first round pick. You're going to be, because of your position, you're a top 5 guy. Then yeah, if Sam wins a Heisman, he's a surefire. We're gone. You're a first round NFL quarterback. If he doesn't win the Heisman, if this team, I'm not going to say underperforms, but let's say they go back to back in the Big 12 championship, but they lose the first round of college football playoff.
But they don't surpass what they did last year.
Then I think there's a world where he does opt to return simply because the money in college is now, I think, I'm not going to say comparable, but it's not nothing, right? Sam Leavitt would still be coming back to Arizona State. He would still be a millionaire in college. And in all likelihood, he'd be getting to play a third year with his offensive coordinator and Marcus Arroyo.
Yeah.
So I think part of it does depend what Marcus does after this year. But there is certainly a world where Sam Leavitt does return.
And not just what Bruce Feldman said about Arch, but Archie Manning, his grandfather, told Texas Monthly there's a good chance he won't be in the 2026 draft. I mean, the lengths that people go to avoid playing for the Saints is insane.
I saw a Saints fan that quote retweeted it today and said, don't worry, we're still going to be ass in 2026. You can't run from us, buddy. So, I mean, sure.
Oh, man. I don't think Arch Manning impacts Sam Leavitt as much as, like, Sam Leavitt's destiny is in his own hands, right?
Yeah.
If Arch Manning is awesome this year and Sam Leavitt is awesome this year, people will still go into this draft, like, debating the two if they're both in the draft or if they both return. Like,
this is just a loaded quarterback class.
I mean, it's a loaded quarterback, like, era in college football right now, right? And so when you look at that and you say, like, who could go out next year, and I think I was looking at quarterbacks available for the draft because I was doing the Discord AMA, and a Cardinals fan asked about what if the Cards draft a quarterback because Kyler Murray isn't that good this year. And, like, you look through, like, the list of, like, quarterbacks that are going to be available for the draft. I mean, Jaden Rashada.
Stop it, dude. That's just messed up.
No, but I don't see Arch Manning impacting Sam Leavitt as much, unless it's, like, literally like 1-2.
I think you can make the argument, and again, this is totally taking it into left field here, I guess. Because the class is so deep this year, right? Cade Klubnik, Lenora Sellers is coming out. You look at everybody in the Big 12.
If
Rocco
Nussmeier's
Beck,
healthy, he might come
Garrett
out.
Nussmeier, Rocco Beck, Sawyer Robertson, Josh Hoover. Like, these are guys just in this conference. Carson Beck's coming out. Like, there's so many quarterbacks in this year's class. And of course, not all of them are going to be first-round guys, but there will be a good chunk of first-round quarterbacks in this year's draft. So you could almost make the argument that, hey, because this is a loaded class, my value would be higher the year after, right?
Yeah.
So you could,
and Arch might think that too.
Exactly. If you're Arch, if you're Sam, then I think that is something that you could, in theory, consider. Yeah. But again, like, if you win the Heisman or you are in the discussion of being one of the best quarterbacks in college football, yes, the college football money is good, but it's not NFL money. Right? Especially not first round, top 5 pick money that you would be getting.
And it starts your clock. And I know we've talked about this a couple of times with like even with scat and whatever. But when you get into the league, your clock starts to get like that next contract extension. And if you're a quarterback, that next contract
you're talking about
extension
generational.
Literally, I mean, first of all, if you're making millions of dollars in college, you're already like making generational money. Like, let's be honest.
I don't know if you're not making
bro,
generational.
If I touched $1 million, like that's generational money.
That's
me.
not generational.
Okay,
wealth.
no,
I'm not arguing.
No,
I'm not arguing you with what generational wealth is.
See, here's the thing. I
$1
get
million is not generational.
If you use it, like here's the thing. It's not like generational. The fact that like my family is never gonna have to work again for their entire life.
That's generational wealth.
Generational wealth is something where it's like my family forever will be changed if I touch $1 million. Forever. That
you think this is
pause. We're pocket watching
pause
right
the
now.
NFL discussion. You're telling me if you got your hands on $1 million right now at the age of 25, your family's life would be
changed.
The lineage of your family's life would be.
Yep.
That's that. Shane, is that not a little absurd? You're 25 years old.
He's saying he has a lot of confidence in himself
to turn that into more money.
If I was given $1 million right now,
your bloodline, the Rubis bloodline would be changed.
I'm not saying they're never gonna have to work or that we're gonna go live in opulence or that I'm gonna change how I live. We're gonna be comfortable. We're gonna be good. We're good. Tell you what, you find a way. Get me $1 million and I'll prove it to you.
Sharon,
I'll prove it to you.
Sharon, $1 million.
I don't know, man.
Put your pinky up.
It's sure.
Yes, I've seen the housing
I hope
market.
you get $1 million, man.
I do too.
I hope
I'm rooting for
that's
it.
what happened.
I'm not saying
Glenn says generational wealth means my kids' would be fine. Million ain't what it is these days.
If I got $1 million right now, nobody in my family would have to worry.
Have you
again.
seen the housing market? Welcome
Are
to
you
the
guys
PHNX
living
Finance
like
Show.
the Willy Wonka family?
All in one house
Yeah.
in one bed? No, I'm just saying if I have $1 million, it's not stopping there. Like,
So that's what I'm saying. He thinks he has a lot of confidence in
it's
himself.
Supreme confidence, which again, that's on brand for you. Which I don't. I think you could do stuff.
my
with
dad
it,
says he's going to give me $20.
to say that it would change
go.
your family's lineage is just a stretch for me. But
I will likely never touch $1 million in my life. And neither will you, and neither will you. Respectfully.
See,
$1 million?
that's not respectful.
$1 million.
That's disrespectful.
Do we understand how much money at one time?
Yeah.
At one time, $1 million.
You're 25 years old.
If I was giving like Sam Levitt money in 1 year, $1 million, not like, okay, I'm a millionaire after working for 20 years and worked my way up.
What happened to all that confidence that you just had
gone.
2 seconds ago?
You just said you would never touch $1 million. That's crazy.
That's a lot of money.
It is.
You're
Y'all are
25, brother.
Listen, y'all
You got at least 50 good years left.
Eric has mailed it
Fingers
in.
crossed.
Eric's mailed it in.
That's crazy to me. How do you
$1
go
million
from so
is
hot
a
to
lot of
cold,
$1 million.
man? Like I don't.
$1 million
know.
is a lot of money.
Yeah, but it's not as much.
You know what? I'm just a man of the people.
We
I'm just a man of
can
the
go
people.
ahead and change subjects. My mom quote tweeted Blake Neiman's tweet of Molly Miller being at Camp T and said, "Molly Miller does the ponytail / bun thing so well. I try a ponytail and look like a founding father."
Oh my goodness! Look, I promise we're gonna get back into the NFL discussion. Is the program officially on the turnaround for good? Can we expect this year over year now with Kenny Dillingham at Arizona State? And is anyone missing from ESPN's list of projected Arizona State Sun Devils to the NFL? All that and more on the other side of this quick break.
You know how I'm going to get $1 million?
Tell me.
By saving my money.
Yeah.
And I can save money on energy with a smart thermostat from APS. Because my Lord, it's hot.
It's
and it
super
costs
hot.
a lot of money to keep your home cool. And it's no secret that everybody wants to stay cool and comfortable in the summer. And if you're on an APS time use plan, you can use your smartphone or device to automatically adjust the thermostat to take advantage of lower cost off-peak hours with APS. And remember, nearly half of your energy costs come from cooling and heating, and a smart thermostat can help you manage those energy bills. And the best part is, if tomorrow I forget to adjust my thermostat and we're up at Camp T, I could just pull my phone out in between the scrimmage plays and just go, whoop, whoop, whoop. Done. And I'm saving money even though I'm on the road with my pals. APS customers may be eligible for smart thermostats for as low as $0 when you enroll in APS Cool Rewards program. If you already have a smart thermostat at home like myself, see if it's eligible to enroll in Cool Rewards programs. Plus, free installs available in the link in our video description. Must be an APS customer. Pay shipping and taxes. Other restrictions apply. Go to marketplace.aps.com for more information.
Look, regardless of you having $1 million or not, if you're in the market to improve your home, give our friends at Empire Today a call, because just like your favorite team needs a home court or a home field advantage, your home needs a home floor advantage. And Empire today, well, they can help you get it. They've got flooring experts, okay? No rookies out here. Dedicated flooring professionals who focus on flooring every single day. Erik and I and everybody here at PHNX have probably told you about those horrendous experiences at big box stores where you walk around and you're there for hours trying to find somebody to just answer your questions. By the time you get out of there, you're upset, you're angry, and you got to install the flooring yourself. Well, that's not the case with Empire today because they live and breathe flooring and they're going to be with you every step of the way. It's a whole different ballgame. Plus, there's more. Schedule a free in-home estimate today because some things are just better at home. PHNX listeners can receive a $350 discount when using promo code PHNX. Yes, Rubus. That's correct. You heard it right.
That's a lot of money.
$350 discount with code
Generational wealth.
Restrictions apply. Visit Empire today /PHNX for full details. Felt good. Felt good to get that one off the chest.
Okay, want to talk about football?
We could talk about football, but I feel like we should tell everybody at home or I guess on the road, wherever they are, about the PHNX Cardinals.
Well, it's football.
Residency, I guess. You're right. That's
Come on, dude.
We got that going on. Look, come join everybody pretty much at PHNX, but especially the PHNX Cardinals folks. Johnny, Bo, the entire PHNX Cards crew with NFL diehards for the residency night at the Upper Deck over at Gila River Resorts and Casinos. We've got the Cardinals live podcast starting at 4:30, followed by the NFL season preview at 6, and the PHNX staff fantasy football draft at 7. We have a ton lined up for you guys. Gila River Resorts and Casinos. Plus, there's more.
What?
All diehards who attend will receive a free drink ticket for the event. Plus,
there's more.
Ticket. There's more. Do you want a discounted room at the resort
for
the evening?
Personally, yeah.
Well, all you got to do, call 1-800-WIN-GILA and use CARDSFF for 25% off a room for Thursday.
Everybody at PHNX will be there.
Yeah. The fantasy draft last year was a ton of fun.
Yeah, we do it up. It's not just we don't just draft.
Are we doing
it's a whole
it up
production.
Again this year?
Oh yeah. I'm making another big intro video.
I loved the intro.
There's going to be live commentators there.
Wow, again.
One being Leah and maybe Steve Peters.
Again? Wow. You guys go to the event. Okay? Do it because Rubus is going. Do it because potentially Steve Peters is going.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because you're going.
Well, yeah. I mean, you could do that.
We want people to show up. Probably shouldn't tell them that you're going to be there.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking, you know. This ain't Mike asking what round is Scat going in fantasy. So, I mean, valid question.
Or like which pick of the top 5?
1-1 maybe? Potentially?
That'd be great. If you got the first pick and you took Cam Scatterboot, that would be so funny.
I mean, you got
What's the punishment?
That's the bit, right?
What's the punishment this year? Is it Waffle House again?
It's always Waffle House.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm not in the league, so don't have to worry about that.
I mean, you're such a fraudulent individual.
I'm just not a fantasy football guy.
Well, tell me you're not a man then at that point.
I'm not a man then.
Okay. That's all
It's not gender fantasy sports.
I guess, you know what? Hand up. I'm wrong on that. Sure. I'll take it on the chin. Is anyone missing from ESPN's list, Rubus?
Let's go through the names again.
Okay.
So we have Jordyn Tyson.
First round.
We have Sam Leavitt.
Potential first round.
Okay. Kanye Udo mentioned.
I think, depending on the year he has, I could see him getting drafted.
Okay. Kyle Scott, Ben Coleman, Josh Atkins, Maxi Hanachor.
That's what, 7?
The whole offensive line. That's 4 more. CJ Fight.
Yeah, 8.
Clayton Smith.
9.
Prince Dorba.
10.
Keyshawn Elliott.
11.
Jordan Crook.
12.
Keith Abney.
13.
Xavion Alford.
14.
Miles Rouser.
15. So 15 guys mentioned, but only
10 projected to actually be picked. Is anybody missing?
Javen,
I think definitely has a chance.
What if Kyson has a big year? What if Kyson is the guy instead of Kanye? I'm not saying.
I completely get it. I think Kyson has a shot.
I think Jalen Moss should be on this list.
Jalen Moss has a shot, but he's going to need to have a really good season. Obviously, Jesus Gomez.
Yeah, Jesus Gomez is somebody that definitely should be on this list. I don't know how much ESPN knows about the kicking game at Arizona State, but
at Eastern Michigan, really.
If you don't know, now you know.
You'll know this year. Because we are going to be loud about it.
We will be loud about it. Kenny was loud about it.
I mean, 2 Sunday guys. So Jeff Sims.
Yeah, he's on that list.
Montana Warren's probably not going out after this year. He'll come back for another year. Jaron Hamilton still has eligibility. Shaman, what year is Shaman?
Shaman will be done. He'll probably be done. After this
I don't
year.
know if he's an NFL. He feels really UDFA, makes a name for himself in camp type of guy.
Ooh, Justin Watley, Glenn brings up.
Watley's good. I think Watley's also good because when guys show up to practice, it's like, oh crap, that's a leader.
Yeah.
Like that's somebody that we want on
But
our team.
think about how many guys we named, right? On top of the ones that they named. We're getting into ridiculous territory.
I think, but as far as like, if you're going as like to 5% potential to be a draft pick, we're probably talking like 15 to 20 names on this team.
Yeah, that have at least a slim chance.
Right. And then it's like, I don't think that this would be the year for Jalen Clem, but Jalen Clem was a member of the best offensive line in football.
I think he'll come back.
College football at one point, and I think that he could be somebody who puts his name in draft circles when he comes back for another year. What about Jametto? The Big Bo? He's pretty late in his eligibility, right? We have to see how he does on a Big 12 level.
Yeah.
I probably would say no. I'm just throwing out names.
No, I think it's fair. I also want to point out that ESPN has Ben Coleman listed as guard. So,
wow. Well, I was gonna say they actually got everything right about us, like the name and the logo.
To be fair,
he was a guard last year, but he's not a guard this year.
I know, but he's played guard his entire career,
Yeah.
so he would be drafted as a guard.
Probably, unless
Maybe
he's
played tackle too. He played tackle at Cal too.
Yeah, but he's a guard. Like that's what he's played.
I mean, this year he's a center.
Yeah, I'm aware.
I'm just.
But this is for the NFL draft. He would be drafted, and he would be listed as a guard when they drafted him.
He'd be probably drafted as a guard.
Breedlove, probably not. Not this year. He has another year after, right?
I think he's got another year of eligibility.
So probably not, because him and Montana will split reps. I don't think either of them will probably get enough reps to really stand out as far as like draft goes.
I mean, you got to put together ridiculous seasons to be on that list, to be in consideration. But again, like you've got the more you win,
I mean, we're basically talking about like half the starters on each side of the ball.
The more you win, the more you play. Like if you're in the Big 12 championship game, if you're in the CFP, you're getting some national games.
My guy,
Malik McClain.
I mean, NFL body for sure.
He's got eligibility left, though.
Yeah, but if he's wide receiver 2 at the end of this year, he'll have NFL buzz going into next year.
Yeah,
if he is like solidified wide receiver 2 this year on a college football playoff team with his pedigree and his measurables, going into next year without Jordyn Tyson, he will be on NFL draft boards going into next season.
I think that leads me to the next part of this conversation, right? Of like, this is the first time in the Dilly era, obviously going into year 3.
The first time.
Well, it would be like difficult to see him doing this before this third year, or I guess even this early, to be honest with you. But like, to have 10 plus guys in this conversation now that could potentially hear their name called
at the beginning of August,
at the beginning of the season, right? That could be NFL guys. They're in the same breath as an Ohio State, as a Texas, an Oregon, a Georgia. Like
literally, it's
all of the blue blood schools are on this list except Alabama. I think.
In order. No, Alabama's on the list.
Alabama's on this list.
In order, it goes Penn State, Clemson, Oregon, Texas, Alabama, Georgia, Notre Dame, Ohio State, LSU, Arizona State.
Yeah.
Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's all the blue bloods. We talked about the blue blood tax yesterday. Like Arizona State is in there. And then the only other like non-blue blood that's in there is Texas Tech, who's right underneath them. And they had literally paid so much money to even just get on this list. This is homegrown. This is organic, grass-fed NFL talent. This is farm to table first round draft picks. Okay? This is not, store-bought, made in a lab type stuff. Mm-hmm. No. This is
free range.
This is free range, grass-fed first round and late round draft picks at Arizona State.
What more would you want?
Nothing.
Right?
They're going to cost a little extra.
Yeah.
But
still not as much as tech costs. And that's not even organic.
No, it's definitely not.
They're getting that from all over.
It's not organic.
Yeah. You don't even know where they're getting some of that.
No, you don't.
That's tough. Look, Michigan's not on that list. Ole Miss is not on that list. There are a number of big time schools that are still not on that list in terms of having NFL prospects. So, like, do you think, in all honesty, that this is something that Arizona State fans can now expect? Because all of those other programs that we listed above Arizona State Every single year they're in this conversation.
Yeah,
every single year you see Ohio State, Georgia, Bama, Oregon,
test,
Texas.
Right? Like that's a test, right? Because
so you're saying that
should they expect it? Yes. Will it happen? That's yet to be seen. Now, here's the thing: is that we've seen them have good recruiting classes. We've seen them be good in the transfer portal, right? Like I don't have any reason to doubt it, but we don't know until it happens, right? We don't know if they'll find the next Sam Leavitt or if that's going to be, a Fett, right? We don't know if they're going to be able to grab another Jordyn Tyson somewhere in the transfer portal, right? We don't know if they're going to be
But the thing is, what if they're already on the roster?
But no, I mean, they have to be, right? That's literally the line they get to walk in college football is you have to have coaches that are not only able to focus on the now and the moment, get the most out of your guys, but prepare for the future, right? And I have faith in the recruiting. I have faith in the fact that every single player who's either transferred here or committed here is like the culture's unlike anything I've ever seen. Another winning season, you can't imagine it gets harder, right? Yeah. But also think about the amount of special players that we've talked about, like just the cream of the crop, right? Like, are you going to find another Cam Scatterbo? Probably not. Now that's okay. You could still have one of the better running backs in the country, and you're not getting Cam Scatterbo. Are you going to find another Jordyn Tyson? If he goes and wins a Blitnikoff, it's going to be tough to replace that. If Sam Leavitt wins a Heisman, you're just going to go find another Heisman winning quarterback.
Think about it. That all of these schools do exactly what you're saying.
I agree.
LSU and Alabama bring in those types of running backs every single year. Ohio State turns out wide receivers like it's a candy factory.
And all those schools split Heismans basically every other year. Yeah, you're right, and that should be the goal. But there's a big difference, and that's why we talk about how important this season is. And I'm not saying this to say that I don't believe that ASU can do this, but let's not act like it's an easy path to put yourself in that conversation, right? Like it takes a long time. Like think about there are schools that have had really good stretches. Like FSU has had really good stretches, right? Florida's had really good stretches, right? But if we're talking about schools that over a decade plus amount of time are going to be in the top 5 when it comes to every facet, whether it's in-season rankings, recruiting rankings, putting NFL talent, out there as well into the draft, it's a really tall task, right?
Yeah.
And it's not an easy thing to do. Does Arizona State have the facilities to do it? Sure. But that's not something I could say that they're going to do until we see it sustained. We're going into year 2 of actual success.
So you need to see
they meet expectations.
You need to see what happens.
You just can't say it. And that's no disrespect to them. I'd say the same thing if it was any other school, right? And that's why we say this
But
year,
you wouldn't say that about any other school on this list outside of Texas Tech.
Any other school on this list right now, no. But those other schools, when they were fighting to get into relevancy consistently like Arizona State is right now, you would. Like when Oregon or Clemson was on the precipice and at the beginning, like they're having a couple good seasons. Nobody was turning around and saying Oregon's going to be the next blue blood in college football. No, they had to be in that conversation through multiple recruiting classes, through multiple 4-year iterations of, okay, you came in, you played 3 to 4 years, you got drafted, you left. We had another group of guys come in and do that, left, and we're still here.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's what we're talking about right now. There's no way to say that ASU will do that, right? I can tell you that I think they're going to be really good this season. And that's why this season is so important. But then we have to see what do they do next year once they don't have 13, returning starters, all across the board. Like they have literally almost every single position filled with a returning starter.
And I think, again, just to play devil's advocate to that, right? Not so much in the fact that I do think this season is wildly important for the future success of being able to bring in that type of talent. But what I will say is this is a coaching staff that, yes, you are going to lose a number of key players going into next year, right? You lost a bunch of key players this past year. You lost not as many, but you did lose key players at key positions.
You lost your best player.
You lost your most productive player.
Cam Scatterbo was your best player last year. Come on.
He was definitely your most productive player.
He was your best player.
Dude.
You lost your best player.
Okay, hold up. Wait a second. You don't think Cam Scatterbo was the best player?
Are we
last
saying
year?
how are you defining?
I'm
best
defining
player?
as the best player on the team. Your most productive, most impactful, most skilled. Cam Scatterbo was the best.
When it's all said and done, I think Jordyn Tyson is
after another year. But last year,
one guy went in the 4th round. One guy is a projected top 10
next
pick.
year. I'm talking about last season.
So you're just saying last season?
Yes.
Yes, Cam Scatterby was the best player on your roster.
Yes.
Yes. He was the best player on your roster last year.
Am I going insane, Shane?
I didn't know how you were describing
Am I going
No,
insane?
that was pretty crazy. By the way.
Yes, Cam Scatterby was your best player in 2024 and 2023.
Yeah. And is he going to be the best player in the NFL from that team when it's all said and done? Probably not. But
From
that team, probably not.
But maybe.
But maybe. But he certainly has the talent.
If
to do
training
so.
camp means anything, that he's going to be Saquon Barkley mixed with like
Cooper DeJean.
That was good. Come on, that was good. That was really good.
So this same Mike says if they don't bleep the bed this year, ASU is the new Clemson confirmed. Listen, I don't like Dabo Swinney. But like Clemson has won for a really long time.
Well, yeah, and part of the reason
it wasn't
why,
just 2 years.
but they've also kind of hit like
I want Cade Klubnik to throw a ball over himself this year.
Oh, dude, how great would that be?
Before Klubnik got there, like I feel like Dabo was on a little bit of
Trevor
like
because he wasn't embracing the transfer portal.
Yeah, after Trevor Lawrence's team, that team was booed.
It was boo.
Yeah,
boo.
they had a really rough stretch, and Dabo wasn't embracing the transfer portal. But it's like
I held back booty like it was a swear word.
Can't say booty. I just listen, man. I am not one to just like bring people down because I certainly think that Arizona State has the pathway to do the things we talked about. We've spent the last 7+ months raving about the recruiting classes, raving about the coaching staff, raving about the transfer portal, the ability to retain. I mean, these are all the key factors into becoming what you said.
Okay, real quick. Look, what I was trying to say earlier, before we got in the whole scat thing, was regardless if this team loses 13 starters, whatever, going into next year, is after the first 3 seasons that we've seen or going into the third year, I've learned, and I feel like the fan base has learned, that this coaching staff can find talent.
I agree.
So that, but that's what I'm saying is like, this is not like your Bamas or Oregons or Ohio States where you need to get 4 or 5-star guys at the top of the list every single year, because this coaching staff got Shamari Simmons from Austin P and turned him into one of the best players, if not the best defensive player last year.
Let's be honest.
They went and got Xavion Alford, who didn't play at SC in Texas, and got him here.
Yeah, they took Sam Levitt, who didn't play at Michigan State, and turned him into this guy. Like,
they got Leaf Taunu from UNLV. Like,
no, I agree with. I agree. I mean, we've talked about this 1,000 times. You know, I agree with you, right? Like, you know, I agree with you.
I'm just making sure.
But what I'm saying is like, first of all, if they want to be in the contention with guys like LSU, Alabama, then they're gonna need to get some top.
Not
guys.
Really.
They're going to need to not as.
What
many,
did they just do last year?
Many.
They're not in the SEC.
It's just. But if you want to, I don't know, man. I get what you're saying.
With you all day,
That's
Ruby.
fine. That's fine. We're talking about conjecture and blah 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 blah. Like, I just think that they're gonna need to get some like Fett, right? Like, Fett is in the Elite 11 for quarterbacks. He is one of the premier quarterback prospects. Your class is different because you're bringing him in. That's the type of guy that I'm talking about. Do you need to go fill out 15 5-stars in your recruiting class? No, you don't need that. You don't need that at all. But like, you do need to continue to recruit premier talent because, yeah, you can go find diamonds in the rough and everything. But I just think that in order to be in the conversation consistently, like, as nice as it is to think that, yeah, a school can always turn 3-star guys into a college football playoff team, like, who's doing that? And if maybe Arizona State's the first, and I would love it. If any coaching staff can do it, if they stay together, maybe this one can, right? But realistically, if I told you, take away the name of the school, take away what we know about this program, and I know that's taking away a lot, can a college football program consistently turn 3-star recruiting classes and 3-star transfer portal classes into a consistent college football playoff contender? You would tell me what?
Probably not.
Probably not.
But
that's a massive hill to
climb.
climb.
You're just saying to erase everything that makes this such a unique opportunity to do that.
But that's why this season is so important. And then the season after that, we're going to be saying is more important, because you're going this season, it's okay, prove that this wasn't a fluke. Prove that all the stuff that we're saying about you right now that's positive is true, and then some.
Yeah, so if they prove it this year, then
with all your returners. And then next year, And then next year, you're going to lose a ton of that starting defense. You're going to lose, presumably, your starting quarterback if you do better than people are expecting you, which is the 11th best team in the country. Your starting wide receiver. Those are two guys who are in the competition for the premier awards in college football. Hopefully, you retain your coordinators, but Lord knows other schools are going to want them if you have another year up there. Like, here is the thing that I'm saying is that it's not easy. And do I believe in this program and Kenny Dillingham's vision to long-term turn this into a contender? Absolutely. Does that mean that they can operate exactly the same as they have been the last 2 years? I don't know if exactly the same works. And maybe it does. I'd love to be wrong. Please, Lord.
I love it when you're wrong.
I know you do. But I do think that there's going to need to be some balance. You're not going to need to lean into it as much as in Alabama and in Georgia. But you are going to need to like get these, you know, blue blood has been said so much on the show.
It's just you.
I know.
I'm not saying it.
I know. You said it a couple times today. But like you're going to need to really get some of this blue blood talent, whether it's a transfer portal or whether it's it's a commit. Not as much as before because we do trust the scouts. We do trust this coaching staff. But like when we talk about recruits, like a Landon Meary, right? And we're like, okay, this guy is like, borderline 4-star. Like he can be a game changer in the future. Right? AJ Ia bumped up after the ASU offered him and he committed. Like maybe you need to get in early on these 3 stars before they bump up to 4s, right? Maybe you don't need to go out and get a bunch of 5 stars, but like if we're talking about for the next decade plus, 2 decades, however long Kenny Dillingham is coaching, that this team is consistently in the college football playoffs, there's a lot that goes into that. And maybe they can do it differently than other schools, but there are certain things where it's like, okay, you're going to need to, adapt a little bit.
It's definitely a really, really interesting
How did we get here?
Of conversation. I don't know.
We were driving to California and we ended up in like Nevada.
Wait, we ended up in Maine. That's like,
come on. We ended up in Europe.
Yeah. That was tough. Hell of a trip though. Glad. I mean, I don't know how we got here. I don't hate it. We're here though.
That's just the show.
Yeah. Well, look, I'm interested to see where we go next on the other side of this quick break. Look, I will tell you what, the weekend is almost here. But technically, Friday night, you guys can still indulge in all of the fun that Pure Edibles has for you. Look, if you are somebody similar to Rubus and I that like edibles, but maybe don't like the taste of traditional gummies, well, then Pure Edibles is the perfect thing because their gummies taste like candy. Pure, a full-fledged candy company offering gummies, Kicks, which are their version of Starburst, Chews, soft candies like caramel, and hard candies, of course, for anybody listening in that nursing home.
Lee Corso.
Pure effects are clearly listed on each tin, so you know exactly what effects you guys can expect. Like I said, it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday upcoming, so maybe you want to dive into those uplifting gummies, or maybe you're somebody that really just can't wait to fall asleep tonight, and you try these sleep support gummies. Pure gummies, they're designed to be ripped or bit in half, making them easy to share or easy to dial in your exact dose. Go find yourself some Pure Edibles products from one of the over 130 dispensaries across Arizona.
Tomorrow when we're heading out to Camp T, I'm going to be rocking my branded Bills hat. Because not only does it represent our brand, the PHNX brand, but also it's super breathable, it's super comfortable, and boy, is it stylish. And if you're looking for some gear to make your brand stand apart from the crowd, well, Branded Bills has you covered with the best custom headwear in the game. Start your order, and their dedicated team will help you create the exact custom apparel you need. I'm talking snapbacks, truckers, fitted, beanies, tees, and more. They have you covered with performance and with style. Of course, they're partners with Arizona State University, because why wouldn't they be? But also over 40 partnerships with universities across the country. Branded Bills has gone national, not just because they're amazing, and it's because they've also invested in the community and they grew from there. A partner with the Phoenix Suns, a local company out of Mesa, Arizona, and right now you can get 15% off your first order. Head to brandedbills.com. Use code BBPHNX for 15% off your first order. That's brandedbills.com, code BBPHNX. Can we go a little inside baseball here behind the curtain?
Sure.
We went way too long on that segment.
I think if you go back and you listen, you would refrain from saying we.
Yes, that's fair. I walked down a path. I walked
with you, man. I was having a good time.
I was dragging
I'm glad we went on the walk.
I was dragging you, but yeah, we're going to hit another
hell of a walk, man. Hell of a walk. I'm glad we went there. I'm going to take us to a different spot, though.
Please.
Okay. Another audible, okay. The Preseason AP Top 25
Whoa, this is not in our rundown.
comes out Monday. Where do we think Arizona State falls?
13.
13 on the nose. They number 11 in the coaches poll. Everybody in the chat, throw in just let's see a number. Where do you think Arizona State ends up in Monday's preseason?
We should tweet
AP
that.
Top 25.
We should tweet that.
Yeah, we could do that. We can make
I think 13. And
Any
I think there's going to be a
particular
school ahead of them that's going to make people mad.
Illinois.
Yeah.
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 Damn the Illini, man. Look, I think I want to say
20th from Lee Corso is crazy.
I want to say 12. That's what I want to say.
What is your brain telling you?
Probably like 14. I think not a crazy drop off.
Yeah. What's the lowest you could see?
And be happy with, or the lowest I could
the lowest,
see?
like your lowest expectations, but if it happened, you'd be like
16 or 17.
Yeah. If they're anything lower than that, then we're gonna rip into some people.
Yeah. No, and I think that would be valid, right?
The
Because
Associated
there's
Press.
conversation about having double-digit NFL prospects on this roster. There's conversation about Sam Levin as a Heisman, Jordyn Tyson for a Blitnikoff. Kenny Dillingham is one of the best coaches, if not the best coach in this conference, and a team that is competing to be the favorite to win this conference yet again. And you tell me that they're 16, 17? Like, that means Illinois is above them.
If there's a Big 12 team above them, then that would be nuts.
M says was going to say 16 or 17. Lee says, I'm telling you 20. Kansas State will be ranked higher in the Big 12.
If Kansas State is ranked higher, then I might cry.
Emotional.
I'm crying a lot.
Tomatoes.
Kansas State.
Yeah.
These are my kryptonite.
Yeah.
I actually love
just
tomatoes.
those two things.
I love tomatoes, but I don't like Kansas State.
Yeah. You like the color purple?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
It's a good album.
Yeah. What do you think, Shane? Where do you think ASU falls on Monday?
It's tough. It just depends on how much stock the voters put into returners. I would assume they would put more into it than people think. Because if you remember last year, ASU finished the season all the way up at number 7.
Yeah.
And sure, if you're looking at like a war type stat for football, it's Cam Scadaboo's adjusted wins above replacement is probably a lot higher than most players. But still, that has to factor in a bit, especially your starting quarterback and almost all of your defense.
All your coaches.
I would say they'd slot in around where they did in the coaches poll at 11.
Okay.
I think they're between 13 and 10.
And at what point?
Would I be upset?
Yeah.
14 past. I think they
14
deserve
past.
to be I think they deserve to be in the top half of the top 25.
Now, is there any part of you that thinks this team being ranked 14, 15 below would almost do it some good?
Nah. I don't think they need motivation.
Because this year, what is you need that ranking to be higher to start, so you have this higher, you have a lower ceiling, a lower ceiling, and you don't have to hope that teams lose. Just do your job, get your job done, be ranked in the top 5 when it comes to the latter half of the Big 12 season, and then if you lose a close game to a good team, then you're okay, and you can still make the college football playoff.
But if you're like 14, 15, 16, if you're in like the low teens, you winning your first 3 games, like nobody's gonna really care. You're not gonna move up a lot, right?
There's gonna be teams that move down, right? Like there's Kansas State, Iowa State play each other week 0. Texas, Ohio State play each other week 1. Like there are going to be some big time non-con games that ultimately cost some of these higher ranked teams, in theory, some big spots.
Sure.
So like I think there will be a lot of movement early on. I think, again, this is probably a team that lands at number 14, but I agree with Shane that they
deserve to be.
This should be at least a top 12 team.
I mean, I think if we're talking like deserved, there's an argument for them to be at like 10.
Yeah, I mean, they finished 7, and the only team that brings back as much talent as them is Clemson.
I mean, it's the Cam Scadaboo thing is lazy analysis, and sometimes it comes down to lazy analysis for people. M in the chat says, I've been a Devils fan for a long time. Wouldn't be surprised if Tech and Kansas State are ranked higher.
I'm going to throw up if Tech's ranked higher.
Here's and I get it, and I get like the PTSD part of it.
I don't. We haven't seen it. We haven't seen Tech.
Because here's the thing. I get the PTSD part of it is in like the fact that we're ASU and we don't get the national respect, right? And I understand that feeling. I think things are a little different right now.
Yeah.
Now, are they, and by they I mean like the big national media, probably going to jump on the first chance if this team disappoints to shoot them down? Absolutely. Is it going to take a lot for them to really leap up? Maybe more so than if like an LSU was ranked 15 at the beginning of the season, or an Alabama or a Georgia or an Ohio State or the Blue Bloods that we've talked about? Sure. But I think as far as right now goes, with the coaches poll, with the NFL talent, with the awards watch list, I think we need to come to terms with the fact that like we are getting respect. Okay? Maybe during the offseason when people
aren't.
No, we are. Nobody cares about
ASU
us.
is.
You know, we are not getting respect. Arizona State football is getting respect. Okay? I don't think that there's going to be a Big 12 team ranked higher than them.
I don't think so.
And if there is, I think it'll be a massive storyline because I think they'll look for the first opportunity to put Kansas State above, to put Texas Tech above, to help put Iowa State above. But off the bat, I don't think so. I think that they are smart enough to know that going into the season, they can't do that. But we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong.
Monday's going to be a hell of a show.
It is going to be a hell of a show.
Look, we do have one final segment for everybody, but we are going to go ahead and take our final break. Look, a lot of our partners here at PHNX try and help you save money every single day. So with all those savings, well, you need a place to put it, and don't look any further than Desert Financial Credit Union. If you're an Arizona sports fan, of course, there is no better place to do your banking than DFCU. Just take Rubus, for example.
Yeah.
His family's been banking, for generations.
Yeah,
Desert
literally.
Financial
It's in my
Credit Union.
blood.
Been putting the millions of dollars away.
Generational wealth at Desert Financial Credit Union.
Exactly. Look, for more than 84 years, Desert Financial has been Arizona's largest, most trusted local credit union. Of course, dedicated to creating exceptional experiences by giving back to the community and providing financial solutions that make lives better. My personal favorite part about DFCU is that if you go in and you want to talk to somebody, they've got somebody that can help you with just about anything under the sun when it comes to finances. You guys can look to Desert Financial for checkings and savings accounts, mortgages, loans, credit cards, investment options, and so much more. Plus, when you open a free checking account online, you guys get $200 in bonuses. Get started by visiting desertfinancial.com/200.
Listen, if you're listening to this show, if you're a PHNX fan, you're a podcast fan. What if you could come with me and some other PHNX faithful to a live show of the Straight Game podcast at Gila River Resorts and Casinos Wild Horse Pass on August 16th? But it's not just me there. We're talking NBA legends, Mike Bibby, Eddie House, Coach Ty Ellis, and of course, Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq. An exclusive event gives fans a front row seat to Shaq's larger-than-life personality and a raw, unfiltered conversation from epic on-court battles with Mike and Eddie to his journey building a global business empire. Shaq will hold nothing back. Don't miss this rare opportunity to witness greatness live and Shaq, because, I'll be there. Unscripted and straight from the source. Tickets are at retail pricing when purchased online or by phone, but discounts are available at the box office only. Get yours now. Join me and Shaquille over at Gila River Resorts Casinos Wild Horse Pass on August 16th for the Straight Game podcast.
Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, drop a 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts. Look, I love seeing everybody that is here daily. That's PHNX diehard. We really appreciate your guys' commitment to what we do, but also it's a lot of fun to see some of the new folks chime in as well. I've never seen Wayne Little, I don't think, comment.
What's up, Wayne?
This first time Lee Corso, I think, is commented.
I think I know who Lee Corso is.
You think you know who Lee Corso is?
I think I know who Lee Corso is. I think I know who they were in the chat before.
They used to be somebody?
I will do some investigation.
Okay. Well, regardless, I like seeing all of the new accounts or new folks in here. We do this 5 days a week. Of course, the season is just a few weeks away. So we will be doing 4 shows during the week and then 1 post-game show. So definitely stay locked into everything we do here at PHNX, especially if you are an Arizona State fan. I do want to get into my personal favorite segment. I know it's your personal favorite.
It's everybody's favorite.
It's everybody's favorite, and it's a Friday, and I'm really interested to see where it goes today because Shane was just couldn't contain himself off the rip. But it is Friday, so it is time for a little hot or not, where we have 3 random topics from the Deli Man, 3 random sandwiches, if you will.
Serving them up fresh.
Yeah, we see if we enjoy them or if you guys enjoy them. So let us know. Follow along here. What do we got for topic number 1?
Man, I got nothing.
Nothing? A lot of nothing.
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 Not
hot
hot
or not. Yeah.
I'm serious. I don't have anything. Sorry,
Well,
guys.
I don't know.
All right. First topic. I got a list of marshmallow fluff. Hot or not? So here's the thing. I'll go ahead and just give my opinion first.
Please.
Marshmallow fluff to me is something that I always look at. I'm like, man, if I bought this, I would eat the whole thing. I don't even know what it really tastes like on its own because I've only had it in like
S'more? Like,
yeah.
Marshmallow fluff.
listen, man, I am a word that I can't say on this program for marshmallows.
An S word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sucker.
Exactly. I'm a sucker for
Marshmallows are good.
marshmallows and marshmallow floof.
Floof?
I'm going to say hot. And I really like, if you don't like it, I just want you to explain to me why. Because I do not understand the hate that marshmallow floof gets.
Does it get hate?
It does get hate. People hate that stuff.
People hate that. Really?
People hate that
I
stuff.
didn't know it was
I
so
think it's hot.
divisive.
I think it's hot.
I mean, how could you not like it? You don't like it gooey? Like, wait, you just like...
White goo doesn't do it for you.
Yeah.
5-inch,
maybe, man.
Huge fan, by the way.
5-inch inseam shorts, or like shorter. I don't know.
I wear short shorts, so I
hot,
say
yeah,
hot.
I've got...
You wear 5-inch inseam?
I got to look at what
I don't think
5
Buddy,
you
I
do.
wear short shorts.
I don't think you wear 5-inch inseam
5-inch
shorts.
in-
If I stand up right now, these are probably.
Shorts.
No, they're not. Those are like 8 or.
No, they're not 8.
Wow. Screw
You can see
Google.
thigh.
You took me
Go ahead,
straight
stand
to
up.
shopping.
Let's see.
No.
Let's see.
That's for diehards
Oh, that
only.
is really short.
Yeah.
I do have one pair of shorts that is this short, and
You don't have those.
I do.
No, you don't.
I'll wear them tomorrow.
Okay, do it. I
They're
don't think
great
you have
leg
them.
day shorts. They're great leg day
They're,
shorts.
they're weekend shorts. Don't wear those into the office.
I have worn 5-inch inseam shorts.
You have
to the
not.
office.
I
Aaron.
have worn one.
I wear I think I've worn a pair almost every single week since I bought them. I wore a pair of 5-inch inseam shorts when Saul Bookman officially offered me the job.
I don't think they're 5-inch inseams.
I think they're hot. Like
I think so too.
I think they're fine. They're like, I don't have an issue with them. Yeah, I don't really honestly have much more to say about.
Yeah, I think they're
the
hot.
5-inch.
Short shorts are hot.
Going to this weekend or going to Camp T, camping in general.
I think we've done this before.
Yeah, I think we have.
This might be a hot or not staple at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, camping. I'm gonna so just straight up tent camping.
Mhm.
That's what we're going with here. Rubus, stop
if-
buying shorts.
If I'm just seeing if I can find the pair that I have. If you have like the right people and equipment around you, yes, it is hot. But if you go unprepared with people who are not like bought in, I don't know if I can think of something not like colder. Like if you go with people, it's like, yeah, we don't have enough food or space or tents, or people are complaining 5 seconds in because they're in the outdoors, then like that's a miserable experience.
B says camping is super hot.
I love nature. I love the outdoors.
Shane strikes me as also like a big camping guy.
So here's the thing. I have a very complicated relationship with nature.
Really?
Yeah, because I love it and I love being alone. But being alone in nature, I can't do it.
Kind of scary.
It's horrifying. to me.
Yeah, solo camping. I don't know.
Like
if I
my
could do
dream
that.
is to hike the Pacific Crest Trail, the one that goes from like the uttermost tip top of Washington connecting to Canada, like it's right after the Canadian border, all the way down to Southern California.
Hike the entire thing.
It's like a 6-month trek. It looks amazing because you're hiking on the coast, the West Coast, the whole time, and you go through so many different landscapes. But one, it's that's a lot
That's
of training.
terrifying.
And 2, you're going to be alone doing that.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's a lot of people on that trail, but sometimes you
It's
don't
a
see
lot
people.
of alone time.
That's a lot of
alone
like, a
time.
lot of equipment and
So
food you need to bring.
Oh yeah. So I will say like camping is great. Though I have a complicated relationship with it, it's still hot.
I'm going to say camping is not hot.
You're a glamper.
I understand. I want to make this clear. I understand why people enjoy camping. I am not somebody that is like, yes, let's sleep in a tent when we don't have to. We can just stay in a cabin or a hotel
cabins
or-
also hot. Like staying in nature also hot. But like,
I'm just not like, especially not camping in Arizona. Like,
there's
no.
beautiful places in Arizona.
It's just not my thing.
Arizona's a great state for camping.
It's just not my thing, man. I can't do it. It's just not hot to me. But I understand why people like it. To be completely honest with you, look, that is gonna do it for
Wait,
today.
that was only 2 topics.
That was 3 topics. You can't count, can you? Marshmallow floof. Shorts.
Oh, shorts. I forgot about
Camping.
shorts. Sorry. Forgot about the shorts. My bad.
Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, drop a 5-star review wherever you get your podcast. Again, a reminder, we will be at Camp T tomorrow morning. Say what's up if you're out there. And make sure you follow all of us on social, but especially PHNX_Sun Devils, because that's where a good chunk of the content is going to be heading. You can follow me at Anthony_Totri. You could follow this man right here, Senor Camper, at Erik Ruby. That is Erik with a K. You can follow the Deli Man at Shane Dief.
Glenn, I have 5-inch inseam shorts. I have 4-inch inseam swim trunks. So I show off my legs as always.
And we will see you guys hopefully tomorrow out at Camp T. No show tomorrow, but a lot of content. Enjoy the weekend, and as always, go Devils. And peace.
We all silly like the mayor.